So Patricia, something got you going in 1990?
Your first publication.
Your first publication.
Was it 1990?
Yes, it was around 1990, and I got introduced to the Macintosh computer at work, and it was I just loved it so much, and I was going through a terrible time in my marriage, and I thought, I wish I could meet a man that I loved as much as this computer, and so I invented the Scotsman that was a hologram that jumped out of a Macintosh computer, and in this historic town in Washington called Port Townsend, into the life of this troubled young lady, not unlike myself. And that actually was a Rita finalist.
And the title of that book?
That was my first book, called Whisper of Midnight. I wanted to call it Tree of Heaven, but Herbert Collins said, no, that's just too religious. So there is a Tree of Heaven in Port Townsend, Washington. But they called it Whisper of Midnight. Yes, that was my first book. And now I'm on number 18.
Number 18? That's great. Congratulations.
Yeah. And did you know when you started that first book, beyond that it was a Macintosh that you loved more than life itself, did you know that you wanted to write paranormal? Had you thought that through, or did that just come to you?
No, because I loved Anne Rice, and I thought someday when I get really, really good, I'm going to write a vampire novel that's, like Anne Rice. So that was my thought, is to just keep writing till I could be as good as Anne Rice.
Yeah, wonderful.
She's my hero.
And now you are.
Yeah.
Right. So what are you working on now, Patricia?
I'm working on a series called the Londo series, and it's a dystopian urban fantasy, and it actually, come to think of it, has some vampires in it.
Yeah.
And it features, the one I just finished is called Gabriel's Daughter, and the one I'm working on is Gabriel's Folly. Oddly enough, there's a person named Gabriel in this series. So, that's what I'm working on right now.
That's great.
And Kay and Beth are giving me good pointers, keeping me on the, where's the emotion?
I was thinking I should just change the name from Gabriel. That would be really the key.
Why?
Just call it Gabriel?
I'm just kidding you.
Yeah.
I'll get a nervous tick.
And we won't reveal anything about the vampires, but I just have to say from over here that I think the vampires are unusual and unique.
They're hot.
They're hot, very
Well,
sexy.
of course, vampires are hot.
There.
Yeah, but what inspired? Yes, of course. What inspired the world of the Londo Chronicles? It's very steampunk, even though it's set in the future.
Dark. It's very dark.
Yes, it's very dark. I guess my love for Victorian England, Edwardian, Charles Dickens, and just visiting London and staying in this old hotel and taking pictures of the old buildings, and I just think it's a very cool city, and I wanted to set a movie there.
Ooh, a movie.
This book.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
That's great. Anything else that you're working on?
Writing-wise?
Yeah, writing-wise.
No, not really. I don't have time.
Londo Chronicles it is. And this will be your third book
of the
Londo Chronicles,
because
you
there's
also
the Marriage
have-
Machine,
okay.
and then Gabriel's Daughter and Gabriel's Folly.
Ooh.
And I hope a whole bunch more of Gabriel's.
Tell us about the Marriage Machine.
Marriage Machine is about a machine that the humans had to invent so humans could procreate after this planetary disaster. And it's a special place you go if you get selected. And that's all I can say.
Okay, yeah, we don't want to reveal everything. And then Gabriel's Daughter. Tell us a little bit about
Gabriel's Daughter is about a daughter of Gabriel.
And that's all she's going to say, folks. Just going to have
She's
to read the
very
book.
nice.
She's on the run. They're after her.
She's a very nice person.
They're after her. She doesn't know why. She's got something. She's very special, but she doesn't know why. And she has been living on the streets ever since she was 8 years old. So
I like her. She's spunky.
she's a spunky gal.
Yeah, that's great.